The lawyer for John Spaulding defending the former priest beyond his death. Spaulding died earlier this week amidst allegations of sexual abuse.
But on the same day that he died, his attorney filed a defamation lawsuit. And in a controversial move, he named one of the alleged victims and his family.
Up until that point, his identity was protected. Team 12's Bianca Bono talked to that lawyer. She joins us live with the latest in this case. Bianca?
Well, guys, Spaulding's lawyer stands behind his decision to include those names, but attorneys representing the alleged victim and his family say what Spaulding and his attorney did violates Arizona's Constitution.
He didn't do the things that he was alleged to have done.
Greg Mell, the attorney representing former Valley priest John Jack Spaulding, says his client was innocent. On Tuesday, a month after a grand jury indicted him, accusing him of sexually abusing two boys, Spaulding died.
The ruining of his reputation and that of his family can't be remedied after his death.
Which is why hours before Spaulding's death, Mell filed a defamation lawsuit. And in it, he named one of Spaulding's alleged victims, his family, and their personal address. Attorneys representing the alleged victim requesting an emergency hearing Friday, claiming Mell violated Arizona's Constitution, saying the only reason the lawsuit was filed was to, quote, intimidate and harass the victim and his parents. The lawyer also arguing that according to Arizona law, defamation lawsuits aren't valid after death, so it should be thrown out altogether. Mell arguing the law needs to change.
The nice thing about the law is lawyers are allowed to go to court and ask for a revision or modification of existing law.
The judge ultimately accepting the motion to dismiss the defamation suit, giving Spaulding's lawyer until March 18th to respond.
It's fundamentally unfair.
And Mell telling me Spaulding claimed he was innocent up until his death. Now, because he died, the county attorney is planning to drop all criminal charges. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thank you.